as the history goes, Father Keating and others living at St. Joseph's Abbey in Spencer, Massachusetts, were inspired by the decree of Vatican II. At that time, in, I believe, 1962, Father Keating would have been 34 years old, and inspired by a challenge to bring this contemplative practice to a larger community. A few years later, in 1968, the Beatles took off for India to study TM, Transcendental Meditation. And Father Keating would have been 45 years old at that age. So still technically a 40s and under. And I think that's interesting to the origin of how we all came to be invited into this practice. Because in a way, as Father Keating and William Menninger and Basil Pennington were noticing this movement of young people into Spencer, Massachusetts, to a nearby Buddhist meditation center. In a way, they're offering this practice and thinking of how to offer this practice was indeed inspired by young contemplatives. It was a younger generation at that time in the 60s and 70s that were seeking something that they knew had roots also in our Christian faith. And I think we all do well to consider that. And we find ourselves in a similar place now that they might have been with, how do we do this? How do we offer this old way to a new generation? But we might begin to consider how to, with remembering what drew us to this practice, because at some point, like Father Keating, we were all 40s and under. While I never had the privilege of meeting Father Keating, I consider him a spiritual father and mentor, and am grateful to be in this community and family, practicing centering prayer with you all, and learning from you all, really learning from you all, and using the knowledge that I gained to inspire others.